everyone. I hope you all are doing good. And we are excited to launch our AMC 8 quick revision course for the upcoming examination, right? And in today's video, we are going to discuss our very first topic, that is geometry. And we are going to discuss few problems that came as previous year questions in the previous papers, right? So it will be a good video and helpful video for you. And if you will like this video, don't forget to hit the like button below. And let's get started with our very first question. Okay, so the question is, 4 squares of side length 4, 9, 7 and 10 units are arranged in increasing size order so that their left edges and bottom edges align. You can see in this figure, we are having 4 squares, right? A, B, C, D, there are 4 squares with the side length of 10, then 9, then 7, and then 4. And all of them are aligned towards the left and towards the bottom so that their bottom and edges aligns properly. Correct. Now, the squares alternate in color. Now, in the starting, we can say white, then gray, then white, and then gray again, right? So they alternate in the color as shown in this figure. And we need to find out the area of the visible gray region in square units. Okay, so we just need to find out what is going to be the area of the gray parts. This one and this one, right? Now, this question is pretty easy. And how we can do is, let's see. So this is the figure. If you will see the biggest square with the side length of 10, right? So the area of biggest square, which is having the side length of 10, will be 10 times 10, or we can say 100 square units, right? Now, out of this biggest square, which is having the side length of 9, we are going to left with only gray part, right? So what we are going to do is, we will be now finding the area of square with the side length of 9. So that is going to be 9 times 9, or we can say 81 square units. Right? So from the biggest one, we are going to subtract the smaller area. So this is going to be 100 minus 81. So 100 minus 81 is actually 19 square units. Correct? It is going to be 19 square units. Now, we have to do the same thing in this part as well. Correct? So firstly, we are going to find out the area of the square with the side length of 7. So area of square with the side length of 7 is going to be 7 times 7, or we can say 49 square units. Correct? Out of which, if we are going to subtract this tiny little area, so we are only going to left with this much part, which is the gray shaded part, right? So area of square with the side length of 4 is going to be 4 times 4, that is 16 square units. And again, we need to apply the same thing, do the subtraction. 49 minus 16 is going to be 33 square units. Correct? So we got the area of this gray part, which is 33, and this gray part, which is 19. Correct? Now, in total, if we see, the area of the combined gray part is going to be 33 plus 19. That is going to be 52. Correct? 9 plus 3 is 12. 1 will go as the carryover, and then 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 52 square units. That is going to be our answer. Okay, pretty easy. We just need to find out areas of all 4 squares from the biggest one, subtract the smaller one to find out this much part. And the same thing you need to apply in the other 2 sets as well. From the bigger one, you just need to subtract the smaller area. to find out remaining part. Okay. So in short, if I will conclude this, how we can solve it is 10 square minus 9 square. The area of the bigger square minus the area of the square which is having side length of 9. And to find out this gray part, it is going to be 7 square minus 4 square. After that, you can add both the answers and then you will get the entire total gray region. Okay, let's move to the second question. Okay, this is a really interesting and easy question. It came as problem 2 in AMC 8 2015 paper. 2015 paper. So, point O is the center of the regular octagon A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and X is the midpoint of the side AB. So this X is going to be the middle point of AB. What fraction of the area of the octagon is shaded? Now, pretty easy question. They have already given us the hint that this part is the middle part of AB, right? So there can be two different ways to solve this question by splitting up this figure. Okay. First part can be, we are going to split this figure into 8 parts. Okay. So this is going to be our first part, second part, third part, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and 8 parts in total. Okay. In total, we are going to have 8 parts, out of which if we see how many are shaded, 1, 2, 3, and 3.5. Correct? 3.5 parts are shaded, or we can say 7 twos, right? 7/2 parts are shaded. Now to find out the fraction, how many parts will be shaded, what we can do is we can divide 7/2 by 8. And how we can solve this? Keeping the first fraction as it is, this division sign is going to change into multiplication sign, and this 8 will become 1/8, right? The reciprocal of 8. So this is actually going to become 7/16. This is the answer. Other thing, if there is a fraction or if you are dividing a fraction with a whole number, it can be any whole number. So what you can do is simply move this 2 in the denominator with 8 or whatever number is there. Okay, so 7 will stay as it is in the numerator. 2 will go down. So we can do 2 times 8, which is again 16. Okay. So for example, we are having a question 4/5 divided by 10, let's say. Okay. So again, we can shift this 5 in the denominator, in the bottom. So it will become 4/50. Okay. 5 times 10. So try this question 3/2 divided by 7. What do you think? What is going to be the answer for this one? Let me know in the comments below. Okay. And yes, coming back to the question, this was the method 1. But other than that, if you want to split up in a more easier way or making more parts, so you can do like this. So now we have splitted this into 16 parts. Okay, 16 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Out of which we can see that 7 parts are shaded. So again, 7/16. 7 parts are shaded out of 16 total parts. So this is going to be our answer. Press. So yes, so option D was correct, 7/16, right? So any of the ways you can apply whatever is easy for you, right, to find out this answer. Okay, moving on to our third question, very interesting and easy. So this came as a second question in AMC 8 2023 exam. So a square piece of paper is folded twice into 4 equal quarters as shown below, then cut along the dashed line, this dashed line. So when unfolded, the paper will match which of the following figures? Okay, so how we can do is, We are going to apply the concept of symmetry. What they have done first is they have folded the paper once like this, correct? So now just imagine the top part is remaining, okay? You can forget about the bottom part. And then they have again folded, right? So they fold it twice. And then they made the cut over here like this, correct? Just this much part, they made the cut. So as they have folded it twice, so if we are going to open it, now let's try to unfold it. There will be a cut over here as well, right? Because of symmetry. And then again, if we are going to unfold the paper, symmetry will again repeat and there will be two cuts in the bottom as well, making a diamond shaped. And we got the correct answer, that is option E. We can do this problem, okay, to visualize better. We folded it once, correct? So this is how we have folded it, correct? And then we have folded it again, right? And they made a cut over here like this, correct? So what I was saying is, if we are going to unfold it, there will be a symmetrical cut on the other side as well. And if we are going to unfold it again, so there will be a similar cut in the bottom as well, making a diamond shaped, right? So in the beginning, they made the cut like this, just from here. If we are going to open it, the same cut will be on the other side. And if we are going to open it again, the same cut will be on the bottom side. Okay. So you can visualize it, you can complete the pattern and using the concept of symmetry to find out your answer. All right. So this was our third question and the answer was E, option E, right? Let's move to our next question. Okay. Interesting and easy as well. Let's see. The figure below shows a large white circle with a number of smaller white and shaded circles in its interior, right? So we can see a biggest circle and inside that there are smaller circles. Some are white and some are shaded. What fraction of the interior of the large white circle is shaded? So we need to find out what is going to be the total of these shaded parts. Okay, they haven't provided us the radius or diameter or anything, right? So what we can do, up to our convenience, we will assume that this is the grid, right, over which they have created this shape. So we will assume the length of this one square is 1 units. Okay, so this is going to be the center of the largest circle, correct? Because the distance from center to any of the circumference or the boundary of the circle is 3 units from either sides, right? So this is going to be the center of our biggest circle. And we will assume that radius of the largest circle is 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So diameter will be 6 units. Okay. So from here, what we can see is area of largest circle is going to be, to find out area of circles, the formula is pi r square, right? And we have the r as 3. So pi times 3 square, and 3 square is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 pi is going to be the area of largest circle. Correct. Now, area of these 3 tiny little circles is going to be, let's find out, area of smallest gray square. But for that, we need to figure out what is going to be the radius of this circle, right? Now, radius of this circle is going to be half, correct? Because the total length of this grid is one square is 1. So the radius of this tiny little circle is going to be half of it, correct? So basically half only. So half square times pi, again to find out the area, and it is going to be 1/4 pi of each this tiny little circle. Okay, and we can see there are 3 circles, right? 3 tiny circles. So we can multiply this with 3 to find out the area of 3 gray circles, and it is going to be 3/4 pi. Okay, now same base we are going to find out area of smaller gray circle, that is going to be this gray circle. It is going to have the radius of 2 units, right? 1, 2, 2. So it will be 2 square times pi, or we can say 4 pi. Okay. Now lastly, what we need to do is we need to find out area of these white circles, right? So area of remaining white circles is going to be, radius will be only 1, right? So 1 times any number is going to be the same number, or we can say 1 square is also going to be 1, right? So we can neglect that. We can simply write pi square, correct? So area of these 2 circles is going to be pi and pi. Sorry, over here only pi. Or we can say 2 pi because there are 2 circles, correct? I hope so far it is clear. We got all the areas now. Area of the largest circle and smallest gray circles, the white one or the gray one, all the areas we have now, right? Now, if we go back, the question was, what is the fraction of the interior of the large circle? Which one is shaded? Okay. So we know that the shaded part is going to be 1, 2, 3, these 3 tiny circles. That is actually 3/4 pi, correct? Plus the area of this gray part. And how we can find out area of this gray part? By subtracting the whole entire gray part, the gray circle, right? That is having the area of 4 pi, and subtracting these 2 smaller white circles from it, correct? So we are going to subtract the area of smaller 2 white circles from the complete whole gray circle to find out the remaining part. So that is going to be 2 pi, correct? So this is the gray part which we got, which is shaded inside the largest circle. So if we are going to take the LCM over here, we will get the answer as 3 pi plus, we can multiply both numerator and denominator by 4 to get the same denominator, right, by taking the LCM. So we will get 3 pi plus 8 pi upon 4. That is actually 11 pi over 4. Okay. So this much part we need to do to find out area of the shaded part. Now they are asking us the fraction. Fraction of the shaded part to the whole entire figure, the whole entire biggest circle, which is having the area of 9 pi, correct? Now, I told you how we can do this. If there is a denominator, we can shift it down, correct? So it will be 11 pi upon 4 times 9 pi. And you can cancel out pi and pi from here. Whenever numerator and denominator, they're having the same thing, right? And they're in multiplication or they're in division, we can cancel out. And we got the answer, which is going to be 11/36. 11/36 4 times 9 is 36. So this is going to be our final answer. Okay? Because they were asking us fraction. I know that was little lengthy, but once you will do it, it will be easier for you, right? So yes, we got the answer. Option A, 11 over 36. Now, moving on to our last question, that is problem 3, which came in 2022 exam. Okay, so let's see, very interesting and easy question again. So the math team designed a logo shaped like a multiplication symbol. We can see over here, there is a multiplication sign, but actually it's a logo. Okay, so the math team designed a logo shaped like a multiplication symbol shown below on a grid of 1 inch square. Now this grid is having 1 inch square. That means the side length of the squares is 1 inch. So what is going to be the area of the logo in square inches? Pretty simple, pretty easy. If you will focus, so we can see this one complete whole square is made up of 2 triangles, right? So from here we can see and we can conclude from here that 2 triangles will make up 1 square, right? Because if I'm going to split up a square from the diagonal like this, so we will get 2 equivalent triangles, okay? So 2 triangles will make 1 complete whole square, okay? Using this, now we can count, okay, how many squares are there and what is going to be the area then. Okay, let's see. Easy question. 1 square, 2 square, 3, 4. This will make the 5th one. This is going to make 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, and 10 squares. So in total, they are occupying the area of 10 squares. Correct? And as each square is having the side length of 1 inch, so 1 times 1 is going to be 1 only, right? So area of every square is going to be 1. That means the total area of 10 squares is going to be 10 square inches. That's it. Okay, and we are done with our question. That was pretty easy, right? So combine 2 triangles to make 1 square. Okay, so that's how we got 1, 2. This is going to be 3. This is going to be 4th, 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In total, 10 squares. And as each square is having the area of 1 square inch, in total, all 10 squares will have the area of 10 square inches. Ta-da! Done! I hope it was pretty easy, right? You just need to apply the correct method and correct way of solving these problems, and you will be easily able to solve all the questions. Yeah? So that is it for today's video. But before I conclude, I want to show you the schedule of our upcoming sessions. Maybe you can take the screenshot of it or you can mark the dates so that you can join our live videos, right? And in case there will be any doubts, any questions, you can ask in the comments. Correct? Along with it, we are having a very exciting thing. What all questions we have solved today, the solutions to those questions, the written solutions, we are going to provide you in the PDF form. But for that, you need to join our WhatsApp community, right? I will come to that. But one more thing, along with the class notes, all the solutions to what all questions we have discussed today, we are also providing a small worksheet for your practice on the similar type of questions that we have discussed today. Okay, so that free worksheet we are going to send again on our WhatsApp community. So you can join our WhatsApp group for AMC 8 prep classes, resources, class schedules, updates, and everything. So here is the scanner. You can scan it and then you can join, or we have also given the link in the description box below. You can simply click on it and join our wonderful community. And yes, that is it for today's video. I will be meeting you soon in another video. Till then, keep learning. Bye-bye.